Hi, my name is Todd Dufek, and I'm the president of the Institute of Locker Room Management. And today I'm going to give you tip number 2, what products you should have on your workbench and how they're used. Now, I was going to demonstrate these individually, but I'll do that in a later tip. So what we want to start with here is this side of the workbench, and then we'll work our way across. This is a drill that I use. It has a drill bit in it that I use for white sole edges because there's so many of them. I put soap on here, and then I use this to go around. Saves me a lot of problems and a lot of work. It saves me a lot of time. These right here are my polished daubers. Obviously, I have a couple of black ones, Cordovan, and a couple of brown ones. These are all labeled for my workers. These brushes right here are mainly used for the welt areas of shoes to clean those. This is obviously for suede, and I also use this to clean white sole edges. And this particular brush I use on really dirty white shoes to clean them up. These brushes here I've talked about before in a previous video. These are old school brushes. Some of the guys in the golf shop like to come in and just brush their shoes off, and that's it. Next up, we have saddle soap. I use this on just about every type of shoe, especially those with leather uppers because it conditions them. I also use it on artificial or man-made materials on shoe uppers as well. This product right here is one I use a lot. It's a spray for leather and vinyl. It works really good on vinyl shoes or man-made material. Makes it shine, cleans it up very nicely. This particular product right here is Mr. Leather. It comes in this bottle right here, but what I do is I put them in pump bottles to make it a lot easier, and that's true with the other two as well. This is a neutral product that can be used on both leather and man-made uppers, and is terrific, especially on street shoes. You can go around the edges, the sole edges, and make them shine as well. And even if a golf shoe or street shoe should be dull, after putting this on and it dries dull, you can buff it out on your buffer. It'll shine like glass. This next one here is a shoe cleaner. It's called Kelly's Dry Cleaning Fluid. It's equivalent of nail polish remover. You can just take off any nicks and problems with the shoes that are any dirt related, grime. It'll take any of that off. I recommend you not use deglazing fluid because the fumes are horrible, and I'm 61 and need all the brain cells I can get. Deglazing fluid is not good for your brain. This last one here is Leather Balm. This is also in a pump bottle, as you can see. This is used for Sperry topsiders. If you just put it on Sperry topsiders, either light brown or medium brown, let it dry, and then buff it out on your buffer. It'll work great, and the shoes will come out like glass. This final product here is called Kelly's Instant Shine. I know that most of you don't like to use this because it builds up and can crack and flake. If you just use it on leather shoes or just for touch-ups, works great. It soaks into the leather. I had one particular person that had a pair of wedding shoes that he wanted to use that were beat up, but he didn't want to buy a new pair, so I sprayed this on it. They looked terrific and got him through his wedding. This last thing here is obviously a recharger for the drill itself. Just pull it off and drop that in there. Now, if you are using a lot of or you are cleaning a lot of shoes with white sole edges, you can actually get an extra rechargeable battery and stick it in here, and then you can always be ready to switch those out. And obviously here I have my cloths that I use for wiping the shoes off. Basically what I do is I take the shoes in here, put them on the racks unless they need repair or some type of other work including spikes. Otherwise they go on this shelf. I group them all by color, clean them all, put them on my shoe cart, and I put them away, and that's basically my system. And finally, I'm required to pick up any shoe on the floor. Any shoe that's out on the locker room floor is my responsibility to clean, whether it's an athletic shoe, golf shoe, street shoe, whatever. So this gives you a good idea of what I use on my workbench. I'm not going to demonstrate each one of these, but that'll be done in a future tip. Be sure and tune in tomorrow for tip number 3. See you then.